Welcome to this video. My name is Hannes. You might have bought a guitar recently, or you unboxed your guitar which was lying in the attic for a couple of years and you want to restart or get into the game of guitar playing again. No matter what happened, I'm going to show you what you will need and what you should do. Before we start out, I would love to recommend you to take a look at the video description. There you will find below this video my free lessons for beginners, which kind of like lead on with what we do in this very video. So it's a great basis for you to start with this video and then go over to my free lessons where you get everything you need to start out on the guitar, no matter if you're playing an acoustic guitar or an electric guitar whatsoever. So let's start with how do you hold a guitar? This is question number one. I like to play, as you probably saw in most of my videos, the guitar resting on my right leg. I'm a right-handed guitar player. For the guys out there who play left-handed, put their guitar on their left leg sitting. Try to sit as straight as you can. It's healthy to don't sink into your guitar, but try to have an upright body. Sometimes you can think of your belly going inside your stomach, whatever, how you want to describe it. So you have a straight back and you're sitting in a comfortable position, and then you place it on your leg and you have an angle kind of like 45 degrees in your left or right direction, whatever. So when you lift your arm, you just have it hanging here, and you lift your arm, your hand should be in the area of your guitar neck. And your right arm or your strumming arm should be resting on the guitar, ready to strum, like over the sound hole here. I mean, you can pull it a little bit back to have a different sound, but somewhere here. That's a good basis. Don't leave your guitar lying on your belly like this. I mean, this is a B.B. King style, but whatever, I would say this is a little bit more healthier to play your guitar like this. It's also possible to have a stand below your foot to raise your leg and place the guitar between your legs. It's also possible. You can experiment this with a couple of books. Just place them on, when you're a right-handed player, under your left foot, so you can cramp the guitar between your legs and you have more of an upright position. Your hand is kind of like here, and this might be a more comfortable position for you if you're playing a more classical style or a lot of finger picking, whatever. Just try that out, what suits you best. There's not like a wrong position or something like this, especially when you're a beginner. Try to get the position you feel the most comfortable with. And also, it's of course a position which I recommend doing from time to time at least. Most of the time you will probably sit, but try to stand up, get a nice strap and just play while standing. It will feel a little bit different, but your body will thank you later when you just change positions and don't like get cramped together for 3 hours in a row while playing guitar. I made those experiences, believe me. So you know how to hold your guitar now. Now the second question is, can I play and start out with any guitar? There are so many different guitars out there, and yes, you can. It doesn't matter if you're playing a classical guitar, a steel string acoustic like this, or an electric guitar, in my opinion. Because I think the most important thing is play the guitar you like the most. Which guitar do you like the most? Listen to the music you hear and listen to the most, and you will find out when you're more like an AC/DC or hard rock or metal, whatever guy, an electric guitar will probably be the best choice for you. If you're like the kind of like more mellow sounds, like for example, classical music or sounds like Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton, this music is based on the sound of a classical guitar, which has a really mellow sound. It has nylon strings on it. And if you're more like into this kind of like more pop or country or rock acoustic guitar, you should get a steel string acoustic like this, so you have those kind of sounds, you know? Because I say this because to me it's more important to get a sound out of a guitar that you like, that you're searching for, conscious or not conscious, because this will motivate you to pick up the guitar as often as possible. Because when you give a metal guy classical guitar and he just wants to shred and play like heavy riffs, but someone told him you have to start playing the guitar with a classical guitar, you might get frustrated and just put the guitar aside because it's not the sound he or she likes. You get the idea? Because all the different guitar styles have their advantages and disadvantages. Like a classical guitar has kind of like a really wide fretboard, which will make your fingers spread out pretty much. But on the other hand, the nylon strings on those guitars are pretty soft, so it's more easier to push the strings down, but your fingers will get stretched out more. On a steel string acoustic, the neck is a little bit more narrow, so it's easier, your fingers can stay together a little bit closer, but the steel strings make you push harder, so you get a sound out of it. The same goes for an electric guitar, also a more narrow neck or fretboard, but the strings are not with that of a high tension like you have on a steel string acoustic guitar. So this was just a rough summary of the different styles. Go for the guitar you like the most. So now let's start with a very important thing, the names of the strings. You will stumble into tabs or notation or videos where you want to learn stuff from, and you need to know the names of the strings. So we have the E string, the low E string, the fattest one, the A string, D string, G string, B string, and E string. Now you could come up with some fancy sayings which help you to memorize those strings, like Ernie ate diapers, going back, eating. This was really weird and I apologize, but you get the idea. Come up with something that suits you. I had a really silly sentence when I was a really young student, and it helped me just to memorize this. So just get the strings in your head, and then you need to know how to tune the strings. And this is something you should be aware of. You can get electric tuners like a clip tuner, which you put on the headstock of the guitar. With an electric guitar, you can also do that, but you can also plug a cable into the guitar and plug it into a tuner. And you can do it by ear, but I would recommend, if you have not a tuner yet, get one. You already might have one within your pocket as being a tuner on your smartphone. I have this free app which has a lot of advertising in it, but it does the job. And you need to know the string names also to tune your guitar. So when I play the low E string, it should show an E. Yeah, it does. And when it's tuned too low, I will take my tuner here and tune it lower. You will see it's still E, but it's too low. Going to the left or to the red area, but we want to go in the middle where the white dot is. Now I should be there. Yep, perfect. So you get the idea. You need to know the names of the strings to tune your guitar. And as I showed you right now, when you're going down, turn this direction, and up the other direction. You will learn it after a couple of weeks or months, depends on how much time you put into it, to tune your guitar by ear. That's also possible, but in the beginning I think it's really handy to have a tuner which is actually free when you have a smartphone, or you get one for $10 or whatever from your local music store. So let's make some music, and I want to show you your first chord. You have tuned your guitar now. Now you take the index finger into the second fret of the A string. Fret means like those fields here. First fret, second fret, third fret, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and so on. On the A string and the second fret with the index finger, try to have like a angle like this, not like this, like this. The thumb gives the counter pressure there, and you put the middle finger right next to it on the D string in the second fret. And try to have this angle not like this, because when you do this, you will have trouble making the string sound, and you also might block strings right right next to the strings you're pushing down. So, like this, take a look at my hand, thumb is at the back of the neck, and then you hit all the 6 strings. And you strum down from the lowest to the highest string with your thumb when you don't have a pick, or you take your pick between the thumb and the index finger, or with just a thumb, or your nails, whatever, just strum down and explore the guitar's sound. You can play it soft, you can play it loud. E minor, great chord. You will use it in millions of songs. I can promise you that. So it's really worthwhile checking it out. So these were your first minutes on your guitar. I hope you learned something in here. I hope so. And I would really love to see you in my free lessons, which you find in the video description below this video. Take a close look. You will get tons of more cool video instructions there to get started on the guitar. And leave me a comment, leave me a like, push subscribe for the channel. I really appreciate that. And see you in the next video. My name is Hannes. Take care. Bye bye.